Hello and welcome to another episode of the podcast Deep Dive into Applied Science. Today we have an episode that's a little bit different because as of right now we are hosting the Staff Week. That's a week where we invite guests from other universities that structure PhD programs all over the world. And today we have one of said guests, and he actually jumps between Brazil and Portugal, and he will tell us more about how PhDs are structured at his university. But our guest can introduce himself.
Sure, Martin. Hello, Martin. Hello, you guys. My name is Caio. I'm from Brazil. I work at the Federal University of Santa Catarina. I work in the postgraduate office, managing the PhD programs, master programs, postdoctoral programs too. And I'm also a PhD student. My field of study is management and economics, and it's more related to institutional economics and energy economics. And I'm here in Staff Week to get some knowledge about how you guys do your PhD management here and to exchange some best approaches and practice with the other participants. Thank you, guys.
We are not done yet.
Yeah.
Usually, the first question I ask the guests is, please introduce your PhD research topic in one sentence. You basically you do both. You structure PhDs overall at your university, but you're also doing a PhD yourself.
Yeah.
So maybe you can give us a little insight into your own project in, if possible, one sentence.
About my research, not my work. How institutional quality affects the adoption of energy transition policies. This is like my main research question.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. It's one sentence. I was thinking about words, man.
Don't worry. When did you start your PhD?
It was not so long ago. It was in 2024. I'm in the second year right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not even half PhD made it yet, but yeah, it was in March in 2024.
And when did you start your work at the university itself?
No. This one was in 2017.
Oh, so way earlier.
Yeah. I'm working there for 8 years, almost 8 years. But before that, I was a student. I did my bachelor's in the same institution, then my master's.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got this job position, and now I'm doing PhD.
Okay.
Yeah. But I started my bachelor's there in 2011. So let's see that I'm 14 years in the same institution.
Mm-hmm. So first bachelor's, master's, then the work.
I did work. I did I stopped it. I didn't follow the script
Mm-hmm.
because when people went to pursue academic career, they do all together, bachelor's, master's, and PhDs. But I got this
scripts. Scripts can be changed at any time. So you are not only in Brazil, you're also in Portugal. How does it come that you basically switch?
Because actually in Brazil we have this program, this mobility program that is funded by the federal agents that supports all the PhD programs in all universities across the country. So we had this opportunity to spend 6 months or a year in an international university. So this is why I'm going to University of Coimbra in Portugal.
What is it called?
Coimbra. It is one of the oldest universities in the world.
Oh.
It's from the 12th century.
Oh, well, fitting to Trier.
Yeah.
Since Trier is the oldest
town
in Germany.
Is University of Coimbra and University of Bologna in Italy are the oldest European universities. Huh. So this is why I'm going there too. But it's more related to my PhD work than my work itself in the university. Mm-hmm. It's more related to energy economics, and that's the kind of stuff. Yeah.
And I almost thought that you choose Portugal because of the language.
No, not really. It was more because we had this research contact with a network with the University of Coimbra. Mm-hmm. We already knew the researchers there, so it was more because of this. It was like my PhD advisor. He knew this professor in Portugal. We studied the same topics, same subjects, and this is why I'm going there.
So let's go back for a moment to your country. To
Sure.
How does a PhD look like in Brazil? How do you structure it?
Most of our PhDs, they have basically the same structure all across the country, because there is a federal agency that is the one that is responsible to approve PhD programs there. It's a government agency. So every PhD program from every institution, no matter if it's public or if it's a private university, they have to do the same steps to be able to offer PhD programs in Brazil. So our PhD is 4 years, the regular time. Mm-hmm. The majority of them we have to do, I believe in all of them, we have to do classes, like disciplines, credits. And also we do our PhD thesis. We have to publish articles. And
how many exactly?
Depends on the program. Each program has their own, let's say, criteria. Mm-hmm. In my course, it's 2. I have to publish 2 articles, 2 papers during these 4 years. But there's courses that are more, there are less. Mm-hmm. So it depends.
You mentioned that a PhD lasts or needs 4 years.
Yeah.
And what if you need more?
If you need more, you can have more time, but we call, I don't know how to translate this, it's like a prorogation time. Mm-hmm. We call, like the program can give you 1 more year or 2 more years. But this is like an exception. Mm-hmm. The regular time is 4 years, and that's it. You can finish earlier. If you want to finish in 3 years, you can do it. But it's very hard to finish a PhD in 3 years.
I can imagine, yeah.
So,
do you also give lectures during the PhD?
Yeah, we actually last semester, in the beginning of the year, I was helping my PhD advisor to teach a class about corporate finance. I was like a assistant professor mm-hmm. during a whole semester, where we were teaching corporate finance to the undergraduate courses, the management courses. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you do research, you write papers, you do your overall thesis. You also give lectures, and at the same time, you still structure the PhDs of others at the university.
Yeah, and in my work,
This sounds like a lot. So what's with the overall workload? Is it too much?
We used to do that. I know that your structure here is a little bit different, mm-hmm. but like many of the people that work in the administrative staff in my university, they also study in the university. They do like PhD courses, and some of them master courses. So we try to combine work and study in the same place, Mm-hmm. It's pretty common.
It sounds a bit like a challenge.
Yeah.
But still, if it works.
But we are used to, so. Mm-hmm.
What about Portugal? How does it differ from this model?
The structure itself? Yeah. I'm not that expert about their structure, mm-hmm. but I know that is a little bit different. Of course, they are smaller than Brazil. They are like 10 million people. In Brazil, we are like more than 200 million. So our systems,
quite a small difference.
Our systems are really. I believe the system that they have in Portugal is more similar than what you guys have here in Germany than what we have in Brazil, mm-hmm. because they have like they say they are top universities, the oldest ones that they have this status. It's like University of Coimbra, University of Porto, University of Lisbon, University of Aveiro. That is the biggest universities that they have in Portugal. But I know that in Portugal we also need to do classes. So in this it's kind of similar in this way, mm-hmm. because here in Germany you guys don't need to do many classes in PhD, right?
Not really. Yeah.
Not really,
well,
right?
Also it depends, but
Yeah.
Most of the time not.
We in Brazil and also in Portugal, we have to do like at least 1 year of classes, maybe 2 years of classes.
That's
to
quite a lot.
fulfill all the credits, because you have to fulfill all the credits, and it's a lot of credits. So, and writing the PhD thesis at the same time.
So when you
That's
started your PhD last year, you're, well, let's say in the first quarter of the PhD. If you look back at the time so far, what has been the biggest challenge?
The beginning of my PhD. Is
Why that?
to fulfill the classes. Yeah.
Okay.
The credits. Yeah. Like last year, I did a lot of classes. I did we call disciplines. I did, I think, 8 disciplines. It was classes like 3 days a week, 2 days a week, for a full morning, full afternoon.
Well,
I did not write that much in this first year. Nobody does because of the credits that you have to do. But,
maybe the people that finish early do.
But I don't know many people that finish like that.
It's that hard to finish.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's easier to find people that needs more than 4 years than the people that does in like 3 years.
Well, sounds like a very strict schedule, especially if you have
the deadlines
courses.
and everything. Yeah. I can say that this is really normative, like our structure. You have everything right down, regulations and everything. I don't know how you guys do here.
Well, since you know both sides, so like it is being a PhD student yourself, and also you know about the structures. What recommendations can you give to people that maybe think about doing a PhD outside of Germany, maybe even in Portugal or Brazil?
If they want to do their PhD in Brazil, you have to plan your schedule, your time very well to be able to fulfill all these credits as early as possible. Because I know people that had to do classes even in the 3rd year of their PhD, so they can get a little bit desperate because they are writing their PhD thesis and there's the deadline is coming and you have to do disciplines at the same time. So if you want to do PhD in Brazil, and I think in Portugal too, you have to plan mostly the first year very well to be able to have like free time to attend to classes. And if you're working at the same time, it's quite difficult. But it's possible. Many people do. But yeah, that's let's say my first advice.
I'm not quite sure how it is in Brazil and Portugal, but here in Germany, we also have a lot of cooperations with companies.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, or a lot of PhD students, they actually do their PhD while working in a company. And the company also does some of the financing. Is there something like that in your country?
We have something like that, but it's very, let's say, it's only in some courses. Like in the engineering courses, they have these partnerships with companies, like huge companies, but it's mostly in the engineering and chemistry and mechanical engineering. Like in my subject, like business and economics, at least in my university, we don't have that much partnership with companies. But yeah, in the engineering sector, they have a lot.
Sounds fitting.
Yeah.
Well, we cooperate
because their development, their like PhD thesis is about some product that can be good for the company and good for the university. They are like they're developing something that's going to be useful for the company.
Well, here at Trio University of Applied Science, we have food technology, and food technology also has a lot of cooperations with, Bitburger, one of the biggest beer factories. So they have a lot of synergies. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how this structure applies to other PhD programs. You also talk to people that do their PhD as of right now. So if you talk to them, what do they say? What are their biggest challenges?
Good question. I believe the deadlines are really...
Are they so strict?
Restricted, because like you don't have much time to... In the masters is even worse because in masters is 2 years, so you have to do all the same, everything at the same time. You don't have the option. Now I'm going to attend classes. Now I'm going to write papers to journals and my PhD, my dissertation. But I think the deadlines are very restricted. So this is the biggest challenge. Yeah, I think so.
Do you also have problems with funding of PhD projects?
Yeah, because we depend a lot of Brazilian, because the biggest funding in Brazil is the Brazilian government, the agents. There's like a research agents that funds all the PhD programs in Brazil. Even in the private universities, they give funding, they give scholarships. So we depend a lot of about these fundings from the Brazilian agents. We also have something that is growing a lot in the past few years. That is the state agents. We also have the states helping a little bit, funding the researchers and the PhD students. But like we depend major about like these two funding agencies. There's private funding too, but it's like pretty small percentage. So this we are struggling with that because we don't have that many options as you guys have here.
Well,
I'm go here.
To be fair, sometimes we also have some problems or let's say challenges with funding.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very interesting to hear or to see insights from other countries, how they structure their PhDs. And maybe some people are interested in doing their PhD, in Brazil or Portugal or some other countries.
Sure.
If people are interested in you and also your university, how can they contact you?
We have 95 programs. So our catalog of courses are really big. We have biology, medical, health courses, engineering, as I said, literature, linguistics, business, economics. And the programs, each program have their own, let's say, process to select PhD students. So you have to be checking their website because they publish is a public process. So we have a calendar, deadlines to apply, to send the projects. And each program has their own calendar. So you have to, I'm interested in study, PhD in nursing in Brazil. So I'm going to check the PhD website in nursing in Federal University of Santa Catarina. And you're gonna see all the calendar and all the structure. But it's all free. You don't have to pay tuition fees. You don't have to pay any.
That's a huge benefit.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like that in every country.
And we need international students because our percentage of international students related to the total, it's quite small. We need to increase that to grow in the rankings. So you guys can apply to
So the listeners and viewers know what to do. And well, I hope they will do it.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much for all the insights and for all the information. And I hope you had a good time listening and watching. And we will continue with our staff week and we will get impressions from a lot of different countries. And we will see and hear each other in the next episode of Deep Dive into Applied Science.
Thank you, Martin. Thanks, guys. See ya.